You know, it feels like it is deja vu. Every single time I wake up, every single time I go online, hoping that there is a pube of good news when it comes to this whole situation revolving around YouTube, revolving around YouTube's AI, screwing channels over. I keep having a very small modicum of hope that perhaps, maybe, YouTube will actually grow a set and acknowledge their mistakes. But at the same time, I also know better and not hold my breath because, yeah, we're back again with another video. So let's get into this. YouTube tweet praises tutorial creators amid termination complaints. The post drew attention to frustrations from tech, cybersecurity, and education creators who faced sudden terminations in late 2025, including 1 million sub-channels losing 13-year archives without human reviews. This is all a real thing too, by the way, where YouTube would literally put out praise tweets only to get completely and utterly contradicted and ass-blasted by community notes, which we're going to get into very, very shortly, but let's continue here. Reports from Sportskeeda, Dexerto, and ARS Technica details cases like VX Underground's Rootkit video strike and artist Susu's new channel vanishing after one clip-based tutorial. Creators report automated systems handling most of millions of quarterly removals for spam or policy issues, with quick appeal denials, prompting calls for mandatory human checks before permanent bans. And to kind of add to this as well, YouTube is literally lying to everyone when they say, "Hello, human here," only to find out that this quote-unquote human here response is actually AI. Now we're going to start off with a big one here. We have VX Underground saying, breaking, YouTube policy team determines malware analysis is harmful and dangerous. Cybersecurity nerd does YouTube essay on Rootkit, explains basic concepts, etc. YouTube policy team claims to have manually reviewed it and determined malware analysis is harmful and dangerous. And you want to know what I find really, really jarring about this situation here is that it is so freaking likely that all of this was determined by AI, and yet we have ourselves cybersecurity content being targeted. Make of that what you will, but it seems like that there is a very specific reason why that type of content is being attacked. Now, I just want to also showcase one of the community notes that is just absolutely 100% based and just completely stretched YouTube a new one, if you know what I mean. So this right here is a quote tweeted response to Team YouTube, who is replying to @Eric Parker. They say, "Quick update on your appeal. We brought it to the policy team. They confirmed the video violates the harmful or dangerous content policy and the original decision is upheld." To which the community note says in response, YouTube lets Mr. Beast stage someone being locked in a burning house, allows Logan Paul to mock a man who died by suicide, and even overlooks the accusations that their ventures have involved misleading or scam-like tactics. And there's several sources to back that shit up. Oh, and by the way, this is the video in question that YouTube deemed completely and utterly necessary to take down under false fucking pretenses. Let's actually expand this here a little bit here. So, Eric Parker says, "This is ridiculous. A careful review would be able to determine that there is no illegal/hacking content in the video," to which we have ourselves an image to further back up this post, where we have ourselves the video in question. Video, Rootkits, the malware you can't see. So, yeah, no fucking comment other than, YouTube, you fucked up, and you won't even fucking fix your mistake. Now let's move on to this piece right here, because it is actually very much alarming with what information I got to relay to you guys. So, Alexander here says, in the first 6 months of 2025, YouTube's AI system terminated over 5 million YouTube channels. That means over 27,000 terminated channels every single day, over 1,000 channels terminated every single hour, and 19 channels banned for life every single minute. And all of this stems from the handiwork of AI. Those are absolutely crazy numbers, and I'm willing to bet that the whole lot of them, at least 90% of that amount, is due to the negligence, due to the fuckery that is the YouTube AI. But let's keep going here. And since YouTube's automation system typically terminates even more channels in the second half of the year, you can likely double those numbers right now. And based on the amount of things that we have been seeing coming out, left, right, up, down, center, upside down, inside out, the numbers are only going to increase. At this very moment, by the time you finish reading this tweet, YouTube's AI will terminate another 100 channels, give or take. 81.8% of those bans were for spam, deceptive practices, and scams, a category handled almost entirely by the AI termination system. The appeal is also handled by the same AI bot that terminated the channel, often rejecting it within minutes. Here is the reality. AI bot terminates you. We've seen it in recent weeks with how many those terminations appeared to be mistakes. You appeal. The same AI bot reviews it. AI bot confirms its own decision almost instantly. Your YouTube career ends for life. No human decision, no context, no second opinion. If the AI makes a mistake, a creator's entire career can disappear without any human review at all. And think about this for a moment, okay? With all of the stuff that has been coming out in mass when it comes to YouTube and their continued issues with their AI, with the YouTube community crying for help, it seems like that there is absolutely no end in sight, especially when we also acknowledge, on top of everything else, that YouTube has been caught lying to the faces of their community, i.e. with them saying, hello, human here, but really it got exposed as AI. I just have to ask, are there any fucking humans left that work for YouTube? Let's think about it for a moment. This isn't just policy enforcement. It's real people losing their livelihoods, years of work, their audience, their identity, with absolutely zero human accountability. When someone's career and livelihood is decided to be erased deservedly or undeservedly, a human decision should be involved, period. Once the AI termination process of your channel is complete, getting some details, answers, or a fair evaluation of your case is almost impossible. And that rings especially true if you are a small creator. Like, if you are a big creator and you have a lot of clout and a lot of reach, then your issue may have a slightly higher chance at being overturned. But if you are a small creator, unfortunately, that is where favor does not shine upon you, and it fucking sucks. And if you decide to fight the termination, you might go to the legal path like I did, which took me almost a year. But even after winning the legal case, getting YouTube to acknowledge the formal legal decision is another quest which I still can't solve, and my channel still remains terminated. So, hang on a second now. Even after winning the legal battle in that situation there, YouTube still chooses to have this individual's channel stay terminated. You cannot make this type of fuckery up even if you tried. Like, any ridiculous story that somebody could come up with pertaining to YouTube, I'm willing to bet that that right there is more true than not. But let's keep my story for another tweet. If you or someone you know were affected by this AI termination wave, reply below and share your story so more creators can see it. Retweet this tweet, tag Team YouTube to demand a human review for life-changing decisions, because for us creators, those decisions are life-changing indeed. Hashtag YouTube AI wronged creators. We gotta get that hashtag there spreading far and wide like a California fire on the hottest day of the year. And I also want you guys to use this video as an outlet as well to voice your grievances and to share your story should you guys have any stories that are worthy of being shared in this situation. Of course, all of your guys' stories and your comments are worthy. Oh yeah, so let's get into another example of YouTube being caught with their own foot in their mouth, because I absolutely love how the community notes have absolutely initiated code salad tossing on their dumbasses. So YouTube here says, if you ever posted a YouTube tutorial on anything, you deserve a gold star. To which the community notes absolutely bodies them by saying, YouTube has falsely terminated dozens of tutorial channels in late 2025 alone, wiping out 1 million sub creators, 13-year archives, and 40k sub channels overnight with no human review or appeals. Like, it absolutely amazes me to no end that YouTube cannot stop lying. They also can't stop finding ways to absolutely fuck their creators over. And what we have here with Final Verdict is another example of exactly that. It also revolves around the same sort of situation, revolving around AI, but this right here is where things get very, very interesting here. Because apparently, you can actually be terminated for circumvention even when none of your channels have ever been terminated by YouTube. Yeah, you heard that right. So let's get into the details of what Final Verdict here posted. I'm officially 90 days banned for something I didn't do, and I still have no explanation. Well, good luck getting one from a human, by the way. 90 days ago, I woke up to find out YouTube deleted my 40k plus true crime documentary channel. The reason? Circumvention. But here's the strange part. I have never had another channel terminated before, and trust me, I checked. There's nothing to circumvent. In the past few weeks, multiple creators confirmed something worrying. YouTube's systems are mixing up old or incorrect account links, flagging innocent channels with no way for creators to see, check, or fix anything. My voice just cracked because I am having a real hard time trying to keep it together with how much ridiculousness that has been taking place. Like, my voice is starting to not be able to handle this shit at this point. And it's not just my voice, but also my sanity too. For months, I have tried everything to understand what triggered this false AI flag. I appealed, denied in under 2 minutes after a careful review of 100 plus videos. Denied in under 2 minutes, careful review. Careful review, my fucking alabaster white keister. Are you fucking kidding me? You cannot, with a straight fucking face, even with the most highest IQ imaginable, okay? Review a channel, carefully review a channel in under 2 minutes with a channel size of over 100 videos. It is not logically and scientifically possible to carefully review something of that size in under 2 minutes. Man, like, my brain feels like it is going to become mush at this point, because it just seems like that no matter how low the bar gets pushed down to the center of the earth at this point by YouTube and their bullshit, they find ways to sink the bar even lower. It is so crazy and so ridiculous. I just don't even know what else I can say at this point. I emailed support, only template replies. I contacted Team YouTube, no reply to my DMs for over 2 weeks. I understand YouTube is huge and relies on automated systems. They clearly rely on those way too fucking much, and they are a countless $million fucking corporation. You would think that they would have the ability and the financial know-how to, I don't know, hire more humans. They can do that, and you know what? Like, instead of relying so much on AI, there would be more people to be able to actually, like, review cases carefully and rationally, and they would be able to overturn a lot of this bullshit here. But no, it just seems like that YouTube has so much reliance on their systems that they don't even give a fuck about hiring people to do the right thing anymore. But automation also makes mistakes. Yeah, no fucking shit. That's why we're in this mess in the first place. YouTube has acknowledged that many times, and when it does, creators need a real path to a human review. Right now, that path doesn't exist for smaller creators. And we elaborated a little bit more on that earlier in this video. Like, unless you are a big creator and can stir up a lot of noise and a lot of attention, good luck getting your case the attention that it deserves and the resolution that you deserve too. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous the type of disadvantage that smaller creators especially have to face when it comes to this type of shit right here. I'm only asking for a real human to take another look at my case. My income disappeared overnight due to an error I didn't commit. I hope someone at YouTube is finally willing to review this. Here's my channel URL for reference. Actually, let's just expand this a little bit further here. Let's go. Yeah, no, I really shouldn't have been surprised. Yeah, this account has been terminated for a violation of YouTube's terms of service. What did they violate? But guys, it is not over, because whenever YouTube is not lying to the faces of their community, whenever they're not terminating channels under false pretenses, they are contradicting themselves. And we've got a very big case of that right here. And it's getting to the point where you could genuinely make a bingo card game out of all of this fuckery at this point. So we have ourselves a Facto Mix here saying the following: who says YouTube doesn't rely on bots? Here's the proof. First email, you used automated bots for views/subscribers. Second email, there is no abnormal activity on your account. So which one is true at Team YouTube? Even your own replies are contradicting each other. If I really violated something, show me what video, what timestamp, and what guideline. Why you hide everything? Why appeals are getting rejected in seconds and call it human review? My 9.46 million subscriber channel was terminated with zero evidence, zero examples, zero warnings, just blind AI moderation. And now you're giving two opposite reasons for the same termination. Check these two emails yourself. Oh, you bet your ass we will. The truth is in your own words, not mine. Creators deserve real human review, not automated guesswork. Alright, so let's actually go ahead and let's open this up a little bit here. So, we're only going to go over the points of interest here. So this here is the first image, which showcases an email from the YouTube team, and we're going to go over what is in that red box. As a recap, your account has been terminated for YouTube's terms of service. This section has to do with spam practices or using robots, spiders, or other automated systems to gain views, subscribers, etc. But then, let's get to the second screenshot right here. And we can see that this email, long story short, has confirmation that there is no abnormal engagement on the channel. So which one is it, YouTube? Is there abnormal engagement on the channel, or is there not abnormal engagement on the channel? You can't have both answers in place here. We're going to go over one more piece in this video because at this rate, I genuinely think we're going to be here into the New Year's. If I was to go over every single iota, every single example out of this type of situation here, like, it is that bad. And you know what? Maybe even into 2027 if this shit keeps up. I don't know. But anyways, we have Anime Enjoyer saying, my VTuber fan channel went down for the exact same reason as this creator back in late October 2025. I genuinely don't understand how can the both of us be banned for circumvention when we've never had any terminated channels before. It's absolutely frustrating that this is how YouTube chooses to operate their support system by using an AI to be the judge, jury, and executioner on who gets to stay on their platform. And that is sadly true, and that's scary to think about. Worst part is their refusal to even acknowledge any viral tweets, despite the fact a few of them appeared very recently, as that is the most common strategy to get a response from Team YouTube on X, and now they're going out of their way to not acknowledge even a single tweet. And all that is true too, by the way. They don't give you any direct, clear-cut answers, nor do they give you human answers. They like to dance around on their platforms all fucking day, putting out bullshit fucking tweets, trying to gain favor from the community, such as with the tweets that we had showcased earlier, that thankfully get absolutely stretched out by community notes, clearing up their blatant misinformation. Like, there is so much more crap that is unveiled as days go on, and it's genuinely concerning, because I don't know if there's going to be an end to this path of shit that YouTube has constantly created. I don't understand how it's so simple to fix these mistakes, yet YouTube won't even lift a human finger to do a goddamn thing about it. They would much rather fuck around on Twitter making a bunch of dumbass posts and replies instead of actually directly tackling issues that an innumerable amount of people are bringing to their attention every day, every hour, hell, every fucking minute. Like, I get so pissed off when it comes to these type of issues right here, because they're cut and dry. They are a simple fucking fix, but yet YouTube won't do it. They are lazy, they are incompetent, and they rely way too much on AI. They favor AI way too fucking much over actual humans. Like, I doubt this is going to be the last video that I make on these subjects. Don't be surprised if you see more of these videos in your sub feeds. But as much as I hate the repetitiveness of this topic, this needs to continue to be called out. This needs to continue to be spread far and wide. I don't care if it takes 1,000 videos in order for us to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But with that being said though, guys, I appreciate your guys' time and patience when it comes to these videos. Mentally speaking, they are not easy to make because it is just so mind-numbingly stupid that YouTube allowed for things to get at this point, all because of their affinity and obsession with AI. Instead of actually doing the right human thing, they would much rather allow for their AI to continue to make messes out of everything and continue to be the dog in the burning house meme. Be like, yeah, this is fine. It ain't fine. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Have yourself a damn good day or night, depending on your time zone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.